The Netherlands. April 1945. The city of Zwolle sat quiet under German occupation. Empty streets, dark windows, a silence that had lasted 5 years. By morning, that silence would break. Outside the city, Canadian forces prepared for the final push. Tanks waited beneath the trees. Officers studied the map by lantern light. Zwolle was the last obstacle between them and a liberated Netherlands. The commanding officer needed someone to go in first. Alone, no backup, no cover, just one man to find out what was waiting inside the city. One soldier stepped forward. His name was Leo Major. He crossed the open fields alone. Tall grass moved in the cold wind. The city lights flickered faintly on the horizon ahead of him. Every step took him closer to a city he had no way of knowing. He entered through a side street. His footsteps echoed off wet cobblestone. Smoke drifted between the buildings. No sound, no movement, just him and whatever was waiting. 2 German soldiers turned the corner. He pressed against the shadows beside a damaged wall and waited. One mistake here would end the mission before it started. He didn't wait long. Hands raised, weapons dropped. German soldiers surrendering to a single man who had walked into their city without an army behind him. He kept moving. Word reached German headquarters fast. Officers gathered around the map. Radios crackled with confused reports. No one could explain what was happening in their own streets. That confusion was exactly what he needed. Before sunrise, the retreat began. Truck after truck pulled out of Zwolle into the morning fog. No battle, no resistance, just an army convinced it was already beaten. By dawn, the streets were empty. Abandoned equipment lay scattered along the roads. Morning light crept across a city that had just changed hands without a single Canadian tank firing a shot. Hours later, Canadian forces finally entered. They moved through streets already cleared, already quiet, already free. There was nothing left to fight. Doors opened one by one. Families stepped outside for the first time in years without fear. Children ran into the street. People waved at soldiers who hadn't fired a shot to set them free. He walked through the city alone, the same way he had entered it. Quiet, unnoticed, already looking toward whatever came next. The people who watched him pass didn't know his name yet. They would. From above, Zwolle looked whole again. Church towers standing untouched, streets filled with morning light instead of fear. A city liberated not by an army, but by one man who refused to wait for one. Leo Major stood on the bridge as the mist rose off the river below. He had walked into Zwolle alone to gather information. He walked out having liberated an entire city by himself. History remembers very few soldiers who did what one man did that night.